Sports made a comeback this week as government implemented the Unlock the Rock plan. With many rules and restrictions in place, many sports have altered the way the game is played in order to return as soon as possible. In charge of putting this initiative together is Sports Minister Steven Linares, who has worked closely with GSAC members in order to create the right balance. He praised their efforts and is positive that if everyone works together, the new face of sports will be enjoyed by everybody.
I'm thankful to them because they have been very cooperative, they understand the situation, and they're all keen to start their sports, albeit in a different way. But obviously we have to respect the public health, we have to respect the coronavirus, which is still out there. It's not gone. People must realize it's still there, and therefore we need to be very, very vigilant.
Now, the sports will be taking place in numerous allocations around Gibraltar, including schools, hopefully. How do you hope to make sure that those things are being done by the Sports Association? Who will be running those checks?
Well, we have the GSLA staff, and because the GSLA staff will be walking around and helping and seeing, we are also relying on their own responsibility. I mean, we might do sports checks, but people must be sensible. They must abide by the rules for their own safety. So it is really up to the association, but at the top of the umbrella it has to be the GSLA, but we are relying and we are working together with all the heads of the governing bodies.
The government have been meticulous when putting this phase-out plan together, but even after the 1st of August, how different will the face of sports be to what we once knew?
It's going to be completely different. It depends on how the governing bodies, the international governing bodies, change sports. For example, how will football change if you're not going to allow 80,000 people in a stadium? Unless there is a vaccine, which will then, we'll say, right, now you can get 80,000 people, how is it going to run? I mean, the whole thing is going to change. People are already being very imaginative because that's what we are. Human nature makes people change. And we will have to change and we will have to adapt to life, to what we are calling the new normal. We've got to adapt to it. Sports will have to adapt. I think people are going to be imaginative, how we change our ways. And yes, I think sports is going to change like every aspect of life is going to change. We've analyzed closely this. What happens if we do this and the spike starts? And that's the question you're asking me. We can never know until we try it. We are going to try it, but as I've always said, that if any spike is because of sports, bang, we stop the sports. No more allocations. Go home. Stay at home. Back to, lockdown. So, yes, of course it does worry me. It's worrying me no end. But we have to carry on, we have to go on. We've got to be sensible. Now, if we see, like I said, abuse, we will not allow abuse. We will not tolerate abuse on any sport.